So our final example here for this lesson is going to be multiplying some radical expressions, but using it in a context of something you've done before. So if we want to find the area of a rectangle in the simplest form that has a width of 4 radical 6 minus 2 radical 10, and a length of 5 radical 3 plus 7 radical 5, to find the area, what we have to do is we have to multiply your length times your width. So we're going to rewrite our length and our width. It doesn't really matter what order they go in. But you're going to have a binomial times another binomial. And this will be where we're going to use something we learned a long time ago called FOIL. So we're going to have to multiply our first terms together. So we're going to multiply these two, which is going to give us on the outside 4 times 5 is a 20. 6 times 3 is a radical 18. And then we multiply, let's see, that's when we multiply, that's your F. Then we're going to multiply the O's. So that's going to be our O. Let me move this down a little bit here. So make this a 20 radical 18. So you take 4 radical 6 times a positive 7 radical 5 gives us 28 radical 30. So there's your O. So we got to multiply the I's. So you get negative or minus 10 radical 30. Exciting. Then you multiply your last terms. So we're going to have negative 2 radical 10 times a positive 7 radical 5 gives us negative 14 radical 50. So the best thing to do, try to simplify any of the denominators by using a factor tree, or sorry, not denominators, your radicands, and see if you can simplify anything. Well, 18, that becomes 2 and a 9, and 9 becomes a 3 and a 3. So we can actually take this 3 out and multiply it with our 20, and then your 2 is going to stay underneath. 30, these aren't going to simplify. This will be 2 and 15 becomes 3 and 5, so we don't have anything to pair. So we're just going to rewrite this as a 28 radical 30. So that means that the 10 radical 30 will also not simplify. So we will be able to combine that with our 28. 50, that's 2 and 25. And 25 becomes 5 and 5. So that 5 comes out with the 14, and we have this lonesome 2 left underneath. So let's simplify. This becomes a 60 radical 2. We can combine these two because they don't add with anything else. So that gives us an 18 radical 30. And then you have minus 70 radical 2. So we can actually combine your 60 radical 2 and your negative 70 radical 2. You can't combine your 18 radical 30 anymore, so we can just put those together and we get a negative 10 radical 2 plus 18 radical 30, and this would be area, so we're going to be in units squared. So that's a longer problem, but it's still something you may run into. So good luck, and I hope you learned something about multiplying and adding and subtracting radical expressions.